What's up guys, Frazier here for Complex News. Today, and how could you possibly think this was a good idea, we have a social studies teacher at a Christian elementary school in Milwaukee who assigned her 4th graders an assignment on slavery. The task? Lists 3 good reasons for slavery. Parents were understandably shocked and confused when their kids brought home this devil's advocate-ass homework. One parent, Tramika Brown-Berry, posted an image of the assignment to FB, captioning it, "Does anyone else find my 4th graders' homework offensive?" It's since been shared over 2,000 times, with other parents chiming in. Another parent jumped in the comments to suggest that the assignment itself isn't a terrible idea so much as worded terribly. Who benefited from slavery? List 3 ways that they benefited from it and explain your answers. Just using the word good with quotations isn't enough without context. The school has since released a statement copying all of the pleas. We understand that, as presented, the words used showed a lack of sensitivity and were offensive. The purpose of the assignment was not in any way to have students argue that any slavery is acceptable, a concept that goes against our core values and beliefs about the equality and worth of people of all races. Now the assignment has, of course, been removed from the curriculum. Hey, at least they didn't assign this during Black History Month. For more stories like this, subscribe to Complex on YouTube. For Complex, I'm Frazier.
LeBron James fires back at a huge fashion retail company after a racist ad. H&M was the place to go to get quality clothes on a budget, but now the company is in damage control mode after accusations of a racist online ad. Hello and welcome to The Fumble here in Los Angeles. I'm Crystal Rich. Join the notification squad to stay up to date with the latest sports news by tapping the red subscribe button below. LeBron James is not shy about speaking his mind and standing up for the people off the court, taking aim at politics and justice, and this time, racism. H&M is getting major heat after releasing this ad. In the picture, the young black boy is wearing a hoodie that says, "Coolest monkey in the jungle," while the Caucasian boy next to him has a shirt on that says, "Survival Expert." Yes, it is 2018, and yes, companies are still making this kind of mistake. Many were disturbed by the image. A New York Times writer tweeted that H&M has lost their minds. Big D wrote on Twitter, "So the black kid gets to wear the H&M sweater with the coolest monkey in the jungle and the white kid with the survival expert. This is beyond disgusting. It's a projection of your neo-colonial thinking. You won't see me anywhere near your shops these days." When King James caught wind of the fire, he wrote, "H&M got us all wrong and we ain't going for it, straight up. Enough about y'all and more about what I see when I look at this photo. I see a young king, the ruler of the world, an untouchable force that can never be denied. We as African Americans always have to break barriers, prove people wrong, and work even harder to prove we belong. But guess what? That's what we love, because the benefits at the end of the road are so beautiful. Hashtag love my people." Artists like The Weeknd also vowed to stop working with H&M. H&M did release an apology saying, "We understand that many people are upset about the image of the children's hoodies. We who work at H&M can only agree. We're deeply sorry that the picture was taken, and we also regret the actual print. Therefore, we've not only removed the image from our channel, but also the garment from our product offering. It's obvious that our routines haven't been followed properly. This is without any doubt. We'll thoroughly investigate why this is happening and prevent this type of mistake from happening again." But some folks like DJ Academic still didn't buy the apology and had a message for H&M.
"We are not monkeys. I'm a king.
I'm a king.
I'm a young queen.
I'm a king.
I'm a king.
I'm a king.
I'm a king."
Let me know what you think about H&M's major slip-up and LeBron's response in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Mr. President, are you a racist?
President Trump tonight ignoring questions as outrage grows after his vulgar insult calling African nations assholes, while suggesting the U.S. should accept more people from places like Norway. This morning, the president tweeting a vague denial, conceding his words were tough, but saying this was not the language used. Democratic Senator Dick Durbin, who attended Thursday's Oval Office immigration meeting, insisting the president did use that word repeatedly.
In the course of his comments, said things which were hate-filled, vile, and racist. I cannot believe that in the history of the White House, in that Oval Office, any president has ever spoken the words that I personally heard our president speak yesterday.
President Trump adding he didn't say anything derogatory about Haitians, but Durbin says also not true. That Mr. Trump asked aloud, "Do we need more Haitians?" NBC News today reaching out to the 6 other Republican lawmakers in the room. one posting a statement without addressing the issue, two staying silent. Senators Tom Cotton and David Perdue saying they do not recall Trump's remarks. And Lindsey Graham, after confirming the comments to a colleague, noting, "I said my piece directly to the president yesterday." President Trump working the phones last night, according to two sources close to the administration, calling friends to assess the damage. One describing his mood as belligerent. Speaker Paul Ryan today delivering this muted rebuke.
First thing that came to my mind was very unfortunate, unhelpful.
You think you're going to negotiate, and maybe we'll agree and maybe we won't.
Unhelpful to a bipartisan effort to reach an immigration deal. On this, the anniversary of the 2010 Haitian earthquake that left 300,000 dead, condemnation from Haiti's ambassador.
The stigma, the cliches, the stereotypes that revolves around Haiti, we said it got to stop.
Anger echoed by Haitians in South Florida.
To say something like that about other country and other people, he should be ashamed.
The governments of Haiti, Botswana, and Senegal summoning their U.S. ambassadors to clarify the president's remarks. Mr. Trump's comment not the first time he's broken decorum with remarks on race and ethnicity. NBC News has learned last fall the president inquired about a career intelligence analyst who was briefing him, asking why the, quote, pretty Korean lady isn't negotiating with North Korea on behalf of the U.S., according to two officials with direct knowledge of the exchange. The White House did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Tonight, Martin Luther King Jr.'s nephew, who attended that White House ceremony here today, says he doesn't believe President Trump is a racist, but does think he's, quote, racially ignorant.
Complete panic and chaos in Hawaii after that emergency alert sounded across the islands just after 8 a.m. local time. Residents seen running for cover, families hiding in bomb shelters. Take a listen.
This is not a drill. Take immediate action measure.
The dire warning of a ballistic missile threat buzzing on cell phones stripped across television screens. Residents told to seek immediate shelter. Quote, "This is not a drill." It took 38 minutes for some people to get the all clear. The message, a human error, false alarm. And it comes just weeks after Hawaii reinstated a Cold War era missile alert system in the event of an attack by North Korea following Kim Jong-un's repeated tests. In Hawaii tonight, the governor saying an employee at shift change is to blame. But there are so many questions still. And ABC's Stephanie Ramos starts us off from the Pentagon.
Hawaiians fleeing after waking up this morning to a nightmare scenario. The message sent at 8:07 this morning on TV, radios, and this message going out on cell phones reading, "Ballistic missile threat inbound. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill." The warnings left an entire state terrified.
We were up on a mountain and we almost fell off of it trying to get to our children.
People pulling over in tunnels, confused tourists hunkering down in hotels.
People are hiding in tunnels. People are locking down their homes. They're heading for the mountains.
One mother saying her daughter was away at a slumber party when the alert went out.
And so she calls me because they're all getting the alert and she's like, "Mom, what are we supposed to do?" And I'm like, all right, stay there. If something happens, no matter what, do not leave that house.
Families filling up their bathtubs with water and stocking up on supplies. The people of Hawaii have been on edge in recent months as North Korea's Kim Jong-un moves closer to perfecting a nuclear-tipped missile. Just last month, Hawaii tested their nuclear attack warning sirens for the first time since the 1980s. But this alert was not real. 12 minutes after the alert, Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard was the first public official to say this is a false alarm in a tweet. NORAD and Pacific Command, with assets in place to detect a missile approaching, saw the state had not corrected the alert, so they clarified, saying the message was sent in error. But Hawaiian officials didn't send out that correction message statewide for 38 minutes.
This should not have happened.
The state's governor says this false alarm was a result of human error.
It was a procedure that occurs at the change of shift where they go through to make sure that the system is working and an employee pushed the wrong button.
But tonight, many are asking, why did it take so long for a correction to go out?
We need to work on the response time. If anything like this happens, the cancellation got to go right away.
Definitely some very big questions right now. And Stephanie joins us live from the Pentagon, where you've been speaking to military brass all day. Stephanie, those warning systems are controlled by federal agencies, but tonight the blame is being placed squarely on Hawaii.
Absolutely, Cecilia. The state's warning system is a FEMA capability. Whoever has the alerting authority, either state or local, can push out those alert messages. Now, a source here at the Pentagon tells me today's false alert was a pure mistake by the Hawaii Emergency Alert System. Cecilia?
Stephanie Ramos.